Hi, welcome to the PRL pre-season race. This is the race before we start next week. I am your main commentator, an extremely hungover Jay Hawes. So I'm going to be trying to keep track of what's going on with my fellow MRLS champion, Rick. How you doing?
I'm alright, thank you.
Good, good, good. So we are, if anyone knows, we are streaming on Rick's channel instead of the MRLS channel because Sim Guy is a melt and couldn't get here in time to help us out. But hopefully we can provide some good entertainment for you guys, and I'm going to try my best to stay awake, and Rick is going to try his best not to swear too much.
Yeah. I'm Dutch, we have a habit of doing that, so...
That's fine, that's fine. We're not monetized anyway.
Yeah, that's my excuse. So we're in Brazil for the pre-season race. A full grid, which is extremely good for a pre-season race even. And this should be a very good one.
Hopefully. Hopefully everyone watching this back enjoys our pain whilst we try and work out what's going on. But we have a full grid today and a bunch of new drivers who we have absolutely no idea what they're like in MRLS, so it'd be good to work out their pace levels. And I'm sure Rick will be looking if they're a challenge to him, because that's what he cares about. So it's going to be fun. Currently, are you in the lobby?
I am in.
Is it showing anything for you?
Yes, it's just no one's out on track.
No one's out on track yet.
People are boring. Just run a default setup.
Come on, guys. Come on. Get your shit together. You're gonna be going.
That's number one, and it wasn't me. That's swear first.
Sorry. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, there's number two. Shit. Oh, God. Yeah, guys, a good thing we don't make any money out of this league.
Yeah.
Apparently they are still, everyone's still loading.
Oh, God.
I love this game so much. Who...
They're all waiting on F1 Ology HD, it says. Hence it says, so don't know where he is. Oh, there he is, 15th. I don't know what's going on. It seems like he's not doing much.
Some classic F1 22 carnage to start the season off. This is great.
Good thing it's pre-season and not...
We'll get it all out of the way, mate. We're going to have some serious internet issues. I've heard the new patch is like really bad for it as well.
Oh, no.
And you had your nice little your glitch that you sent in the chat.
Yeah. That although that was like 2-3 weeks ago, but I just couldn't be asked to upload it. But it's still in the game, so... basically, for anyone who hasn't seen it, it's a pit lane glitch where I just get shoved into the wall when I can't drive.
It was good. It was a proper glitch as well.
Yeah, that was the first major one I had too, which is really nice. Like it's weird saying you've always wanted to have a glitch, but it's nice having it had it. Just
yeah, in a weird way, you're like, I'm part of the glitchy community.
Yeah, it's like you've had it and never again.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. It'll be the BRL title decider. You're all over it, and then glitch time.
Yeah.
So we are currently waiting on one of our members who seems to have put his thing on do not disturb. So he's not currently not getting any messages.
Well, I think that's a grid then.
Right. Well, I guess we'll have to reset.
Yeah. And then without him, I think that's the best we can do.
Yeah, right, let me put this in.
I guess we can give that other guy his seat then.
Yeah, yeah, he was wanting it.
Or it could be a
Let me
driver
mess-
commentator. I'll be down for that.
I don't know, man. You checked in after him. He's a full-time driver, so
Yeah.
he can
So
priority.
yeah, which is good. Which is good.
Thank you, man.
Just testing your.
Tested my owner credentials.
Yeah.
Can you leave?
So 6 minutes in, a lot has happened. Mainly me switching between the drivers' names.
Can you see anything? I can't even see anything, mate.
I can see the pit lane.
You can see. I can see the
yeah.
pit lane, but I can't see any drivers.
No, no one's out on track. That's the thing.
All right, I've messaged the guy on PS. So, right, we're gonna make a new lobby, everyone.
Yeah.
Anyone who's watching.
Oh, he's left. He's
Okay.
left. He's left. He's
Oh, he's left. He's left.
Brilliant. Okay, get everyone back in.
Sweet. Right, here we go. 20. We've still got 20 drivers. Oh, he's in there as well.
Yep. It just means his AI code.
Time remaining is reset too.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah,
Right.
yep, seen it. Yep, that's good.
We're underway. PRL is underway.
Finally. First driver is out on track. It's an Alpha Tauri of Twitch Cameron XD.
Lovely. Right, we'll see what the boys can do. What do you reckon's a good time around here?
Oh,
Only stuff. I got to bring into the wall.
I mean, I know my pace, which in time trials is 107.5, so assuming like you're a second faster in slower in the real quality session, so it should be around a 107.5.
I reckon that's good.
108.5, sorry.
108.5. Yeah, I think what was the PRL poll time? About 175.
Wait, I can check that. It was yours.
Was it
I'll
me?
see I'll see in the Lap Records channel. It's a 107.571.
Nice. Nice.
And that's from you, so.
Well done, me. Well done, me. Yeah, so anything below a 1.7 is probably you're probably looking at top 10.
Yeah. Nah, I think depending on, I mean, we don't really know anything about these drivers, so I think it's safe to say around a 108.0 is around top 5, maybe pole.
Let's hope so.
Nah, top 5, because I know Cookie can easily get a 107.7.
Oh god, I forgot Cookie's in here.
Yeah. And BNR Harley.
BNR Harley. We've got Cameron, who I know is quite quick as well. We've got a bunch of new drivers in here. Looking forward to see what they all can do, and really good to have them in this league. And I mean, a full grid on a pre-season race, as Rick said, is pretty great. As a lot better than I thought it was going to be when. And we are having some issues.
Oh god. I'll just fill it up then. Yeah, so 17.2 for the first sector. That's about what you need for a good spot in this qualifying session. I don't know anything about the other two sectors. All I know is just around.
You know more than me. You know more than me. For anyone wondering, I am trying to nurse a hangover. I was out last night not thinking about the league, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys.
And it's
so
a
10.2 to start off from Cameron.
Not the best time. There's certainly a lot of time in that. Good 1.75 seconds. Should be good.
So we've got Simon Bartafan, who currently at a 9.9 from Stinky Pinky to go provisional pole with two drivers on.
Yeah, but you were talking about Simon Bartafan?
Yeah, so he can't drive at the moment, which is a pain for him. It looks like he's the only one.
And that's more like it. Those are the times I expected. A
108.5, nice.
RJ, yeah, RJ, who I know is one of the quicker guys at this track.
He won DRS Brazil, didn't he?
Yeah, on track.
On track. What happened with the penalties?
You reported him.
I did. That was me.
Yeah, that was you.
That was me. I did that.
You cost him a win there, but
Sorry, mate.
you got me a podium, so I'll take it.
Do you reckon we should do a new one? Because Simon can't race.
Can you not get back into the lobby?
He can't get back into the lobby, apparently.
Not with an invite, or? You tried giving him an invite?
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that now.
Well, anyway, Cookie, who is one of the fastest in this lobby, has just set a 107.8. So there you go.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cover me for a while whilst
I think we should finish the qualifying session and then take the grids from there.
I like that.
Maybe
no,
reset.
That's clever. That is the intelligence of a league owner.
There you have it.
Simon. You guys can probably tell me and Rick are not used to commentating. This is our first time commentating together. And it's a good thing it's pre-season because we're just getting to learn the ropes and all these teething issues, although I imagine with this game that there will be a lot of teething issues going on.
Henson went to a second a bit ago. 108.250, that's a good time for him. I know he can do better from what I've seen from him, and expecting him to get into the 107s at least.
Right, Simon. Oh, I can't send him another invite because he's already in the lobby. Right, I mean, I'll let him know that we're gonna
and finish the session and then restart. I mean, it's not the best thing to do when.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him.
It's not the best thing to reset when you've just been waiting a lot longer than you should have. So I think this is the best we can do. Yep. Not much happening. So F1ology, he's on an outlap and.
Is he in?
Yeah,
what a
he's
guy!
In.
What a guy!
It's not the best.
Simon's in now.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Alright, everyone relaxing. Everyone's fine. Right, so we've got 12 drivers set up, quite a range of times, but the top 6 within looks like a second, which is good to see. Yeah, so expecting some better times to get put on the board. But obviously Brazil's quite a short track, so all the times are quite bunched together. So, you know, if you make a mistake, especially easy to make a mistake in the second sector, you know, you're going to lose a lot of time, and that can put you down 3 or 4 positions. So these lads will better keep it consistent.
So on board with F1ology, I assume he doesn't use traction based off his throttle input, and it's looking like not the best time in the world, but I think it could be up there. It's a
Nels puts a P3.
Yeah, and Nels up to P3. That's a good time from the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of guys who are in the mid-8s on their first runs, you know, looking probably to get into the 7s with their second run. As we said, anything below a 7 is probably a good time. We've still got Mal Threat, who I know is quick, looking to post a time. He's on his outlet now, so I'm going to spectate him. Yeah, only 5 drivers yet to post a time, so we're looking good.
Sky's Lone Wolf just went into 4th with a 5.1, so good time from him. And yeah, the next driver to cross the line, I think, will be it's Bergen.
And he picks up P11
on
with
mediums, which is
on mediums,
which is an odd choice considering.
Interesting.
Considering the tire rule doesn't exist in this game.
We're not judging. We're not. You do what you want, man.
Yep.
You do you.
So it's not like it's gonna cost you tire wear on that set, but you
When
did.
there's like 5 safety cars and he has a fresh set at the end, we're gonna look like mugs.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mal Threats has spun at the second last corner. Unfortunately for him, looking like he was on a good lap. I believe we've got Sir Swindoo about to start a lap, so I will spectate on board with him, see what he can do.
Yeah, that's good. So Swindoo is, I think he's done outlap, or was that 2 laps? Because I saw 2 minutes something.
I think he's done an outlap. I think he must have either made a mistake on his first or come into the pits.
Okay. This game being weird. Coming at the end of the first sector, it's a 16.9. That's a decent time.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Into turn 6, you want to brake just after the 50 into 6th. Really take the curbs, and yeah, it's a pretty high gear corner for that speed. Turn 7, third gear is what I use. Through turn 8, want to use 4th mainly, and into turn, is that turn 9 or turn 10? Because like there's a small corner in between.
Mate, Lord knows, absolutely Lord knows.
I think it's turn 9. Like the little king doesn't count. But anyway,
well, I do know. Yeah, so Swindoo set a purple second sector. Not taking the shortest route to the line.
I mean,
but still a 182.
Yep,
good from him. Puts in P3.
Good time, but to come back to that purple sector, this game it doesn't mean anything. So.
Oh man, you ruined the fun. Why you gotta ruin it like that?
If he does it, if next lap he sets a purple sector, he's on for pole.
Okay, well we'll have a look. Well, he's invalidated the next lap, so he's not on for pole. Yeah. Good timing from him. Still Mr. Cookie looking pretty. Almost 4/10 clear out in front. More than 4/10 clear even. No, my maths is horrible. But about it's 3.5 clear. So good from him. We know he's got pace around here. Obviously, whether he can translate it into the race is a different matter. We'll wait and see. But it would be very like him to win the PRL pre-season Brazil race and not the BRL end of season race.
Yeah. More threats on an outlap. The only one to not set a lap yet.
Yeah, looking good from him. He's on an outlap. So hopefully he can put it up somewhere in the top 5. Most people in the pits, we've got El Majaco. So I apologise if I'm getting people's names wrong. Obviously, this is the first time I've ever seen it. In P8 and F1ology in P10, both on an outlap, and Biardel Calvin in P14 even. So we'll see what they can do. But yeah, looking grid's a bit spaced out right now, but I imagine it'll come together a bit more once people get their proper laps in. I think that probably from P14, P15 downwards, that's probably not true pace. So we'll see what they can do, and hopefully we'll get a pretty close grid at the top.
Yeah. For some reason, I think of El Majaco, like I think it's El Majaco because
El
Spanish.
Majaco.
Yeah. Spanish.
I don't want to assume El Majaco.
I mean, let's just stick with Majaco. We'll ask.
Majaco sounds.
Yeah.
We'll go for the characteristics, and we'll just pronounce it completely like as it sounds.
Just like you did with characteristics. Is it characteristics?
That's his name, though, isn't it?
No, it's characteristics, I think.
That's what I said.
No, you said characteristics.
No, and El Majaco spun on the last corner, unfortunate for him. Characteristics, yeah. Even though Carter's been calling, I think his name's Joaquim, he's been calling him Joachim for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I say, I don't know what I say. It's so weird. I'm very bad with names, pronouncing them. If I don't know the language, I don't know how to say it.
That's fine, mate. You don't need to. We've got Hazard coming up to the line, setting a 108.3, puts him into P5. I'm not sure if that's improved or not. Looked like it did.
Yes,
RJ
by
Blair.
2/10.
coming into the second sector. He looked like he was a little bit up on his first sector time, so we'll see what we can do in the second sector. We know he's got pace around here, because obviously he won on track, as we said. Some have reported him. What a twat. And he is 45 thousandths up on his time.
And that's
So I'll
enough
be
for a
hoping
place.
that'll be enough for a place. So to pop it into P6, see if he can gain a bit of time in the third sector. And he's
Oh, and
backed
he's
off.
into the pits.
The commentator's curse is having a mare here.
Not as bad as
Mal-
you in Austria, but
No, we don't talk about Austria. Quick Killers was not happy about what I did in Austria. Right. So we're still waiting on. We've got Lecky Speck who has done an 11.8. Keeps in P19, unfortunately. He'll be looking to go a bit quicker than that. And we're coming to the end of the session. And we've got P18 Banstorp, who's 2 tenths up on his first sector time. He'll be hoping to put it up into the P10 region as we wait on our front runners to come out of the pits and put their final laps in.
So Swindu into third.
Nice, very good lap from him. Mr. Cookie still looking pretty.
Yeah. Far clear of P2 and P3. A good
Lord of our mercy,
3.5 times.
if I put this on a 100% race, I'm going to have a meltdown.
You haven't, don't worry.
Have I not?
Pretty sure you didn't.
Sure. Are you sure? I'm going to have a look, because I don't believe you.
Look at weekend structure.
Oh, it's fine. Our hands are chatting shite. Why you got to do me like that, man? I'm a new league owner, and I've never done this before, so everything's like new to me. I'm like, oh my god, if I make a mistake, is everyone going to leave? Do they not like me anymore? Right, we've got Mr. Cookie on an outlap.
Yep. Okay.
We've got RJ Blair in 7th on an outlap, and I believe Swindu is into the second sector. He's not improved on his first, and he spun. I need to stop going on board with people, man. Having a mare. El Majako coming into the first sector split. We'll see what he can do. And he is 2 tenths up on his first sector time, so looking good for him. Hopefully he can carry that momentum through into the second and third sectors and pop himself into the top 5.
Mr. Cookie now on a lap with an Alpha Tauri ahead of him. That's, I think, is on a lap or he's on an in lap.
On an in lap.
No, I think no, he's on a lap. He's on a lap. So
that
it's going to
might be
hamper
a bit
Mr. Cookie.
Yeah.
Poor timing from him.
A good chance for someone else to grab pole. Mr. Cookie's favourite place, and we've got I'm going to say El Majako's put in a fastest second sector, but with this game I'm not sure. But he is definitely 3 tenths up on his time.
I think that's true because he said a lap, so and it
pops into P2.
Just about isn't.
Very nice work
Cookie
from him.
is racing on his quali lap.
He is and he's still only 5 thousandths down, although he is.
Oh,
yeah, that will look like he's
yeah.
invalidated. And so Swindu has retired from the session, so he thinks he can't go any quicker, or simply doesn't have the chance. El Majako has finished his lap. Hence coming up to the first sector split, or has he just finished the lap? No, he's 2 thousandths up on his time. We've got Hazard on a lap as well. We've got Nels on a lap, so they'll both see what they can do. Hazard coming up to the second sector split now. A man we know who's got pace, and he is 2 tenths up on his time. So if he can find another 2 tenths, then he's going to be troubling Mr. Cookie, who has not set a lap that we know he can do. Obviously hampered by the AlphaTauri in the first, the whole lap actually. Yeah. And can Hazard put it pole? We'll have a look. He goes P4 with an 182. Threats puts it P3. Yeah. Nice work from him. Nels coming up to the line. Puts it P2. So Mr. Cookie still
on pole position.
Still on pole position. If Mr. Cookie wasn't here, we would have having a great fight. Henson puts it P2 now. RJ Blair
Wolf puts it P3.
Really close between the top 10, really. Which is, great to see.
Simon stays P12. Who's that?
RJ Blair coming up to the second sector split, and he is 2/10 up, so he's looking to put himself in that mix. Maybe not enough for pole, unless he has a cracking final sector. But yeah, we'll wait and see as he crosses the line.
BNR Harley, 11th, a man who we thought would have had way more pace.
Way more pace, but you never know. He might be having a bad qualifying, might be a bad track. We know he beat Lord Sim Guy, which is not an easy thing to do. So he must have some pace in there somewhere, and I believe that is our grid for qualifying. Mr. Cookie on pole, which is not a surprise.
No. Yeah, so BNR Harley, that's a massive surprise for me.
Yeah, we've had good things, but you never know. Quali pace and race pace are different things, so we'll see if he can make his way up through the grid. Right, so your grid for the pre-season PRL race even. There's Mr. Cookie in first. We've got R. Henson in second. Sky's Lone Wolf in third. Nels 1, 2, 3 in fourth. El Majako in
fifth.
fifth.
Australian, by the way, so
okay. El Majako then. Mal Threats, who's Polish, in sixth. Hazard in seventh. So Swindu in eighth. RJ Blair in ninth. Stinky Pinky in 10th. BNR Harley in 11th. Simon Barsa in 12th. BRD Calvin in 13th, F1ology in 14th, and I'm
Jimmy
not going to finish it.
Jimmy Kadiri and yourself.
And that's all that matters. Right, yeah. I'm going to run and grab myself a drink on the formation lap. So I'll let you fill the time.
Okay, I've got a drink, so I'm prepared. It looks like a dry race. Clouds, so there could be rain. Strategy could be interesting. I think it's a one-stop. Yeah, it's a one-stop. So, anyone going for a two-stop is clinically insane, and unless you're praying for a safety car, and that's the only thing you can really do. 20 seconds to start with Mr. Cookie on pole for a 36-lap race around Interlagos. There's nothing more to say, really. Look at the marshals just looking everywhere. So here we go then, formation lap. Let me get my telemetry all up. I'll do tyre. Yeah, that's interesting. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 cars are on hards and 12 are on mediums, which is the good strategy. No softs, which is good.
Right, I'm here, I'm back.
Good.
Don't worry.
I've been talking about strategy and how bad softs are. Soft, medium,
yes,
soft.
They do overheat very quickly. Yeah, soft, medium, probably not possible around here. I think if you're going to go soft to start with, you're going to have to do a two-stop.
Yep.
But I don't think the two-stop is particularly quick around here. I think we had Bluebird try it in the BRL race, and I think he was starting at the back, but he probably didn't get up as far as he could have. So let's have a look at the tyres. We have...
It's 8 cars on mediums and hard, and 12 on mediums.
Right. So, barring a safety car, you'd think the Malthreats and El Majako are probably in the best position, obviously, because of the tyre warm-up on this game. You know, you're looking at maybe a 3-second gain just for starting on the hards. But you're obviously... They have Hazard and Sir Swindu behind them on medium, so depends how much time they're going to lose potentially being overtaken by them. As I didn't have any mixer, so I am currently drinking straight vodka.
Nice. So we've got 2 DSQs, probably for touching each other.
4.
Oh, 4 now.
Nice jinx.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's annoying because obviously cold tyres.
Yep. Could see some chaos at the start and into turn 1. Please, guys. Please be careful.
Keep it clean, I swear to the Lord. Please, guys.
Ban if you touch anyone.
Well, maybe not a ban. But keep it clean, right?
Yeah.
We're going to go on board with. I'm going to go on board with our Henson, see if he can get the jump on his good friend, Mr. Cookie.
I'll quickly stay on board with Bandstop until he stops, and that's the last car then.
Right, 3, 2, 1.
Because I can't see the lights.
Away we go. Oh no, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Oh, I love this game.
Underway we go.
Our Henson looks to have got a better start. He might send it down the inside if he can. And he has done. Mr. Cookie trying to hang it around the outside. Nicely done from him. Our Henson goes for the switchback. And that looks to be and we have a yellow flag at Kadiri, who's had a moment, which is a shame for him. But Mr. Cookie keeping the lead into turn 1, which is very good for him. And obviously we'll now look to pull away and pull out of that 1 second gap. So we'll see if he can do that. Further down the field we have...
And that's BNR Harley.
BNR Harley, who's having an even worse race than a qualifying at the moment, which is a real shame for him.
Who did reset the track, which, if it's reported, will be a penalty.
It's a pre-season. We're all fine.
Oh, yes.
Everyone's fine.
But he shouldn't do that.
He shouldn't do that, but that's fine. It's a pre-season. We're here to learn. We have... I've got rid of all my data. We have Hazard on the back of Sir Swindu at the moment, looking to make a move up into P5 and get ahead of maybe attack Sky's Lone Wolf, who's ahead of him. We've got Mouth Threats up into P3, which is really good from him. So he's looking really pretty at the moment. If he can hold that position or just lose as little time as possible, obviously currently being overtaken by Sky's Lone Wolf, seems to have fended off for the moment. But yeah, with the tyre warm up and obviously the tyres coming to him as the mediums degrade, he's looking good. He'll want to, Sky's Lone Wolf still on the back of him, making a move down the inside. Good racing from these lads.
More threats just going to leave him enough space. So will Sky's Lone Wolf from the exit of turn 5 and into turn 6. Around the outside goes Sky's Lone Wolf into P3.
And we've got Kadiri in the pits already, I'm guessing for a nose change, which is a shame for him. But yeah, no massive gaps forming at the moment. Lucky Specky with a 3-second time penalty already.
And that's Sky's Lone Wolf.
He spun. Oh, no,
and he spun
man.
Again.
Unlucky from him. He was looking really pretty.
And he has got damage to his front left end plate,
so
he'll have to box for a new wing.
And he's almost spun again. There might have been contact with Mouth Threats. We'll have to, I imagine we'll find out afterwards.
So Swindu now going around, so Swindu around the outside of More Threats, and More Threats down the inside again, trying to keep his position.
Brilliant racing from these guys.
Yep.
Really good. And we've got Hazard on the back of him, looking to take advantage.
Yep.
More Threats looks to have...
Hazard going to try to make it 2-in-1, and he's
beautiful move from Hazard.
Hazard with the double overtake.
Bit of contact.
Two still side by side.
Really nice from these guys. Look at this. This is great. I'm having a good time. Simon Barsafan looking pretty good on the hards in P6, within DRS range of the 3 in front of him.
6 places gained on already, and so has Bergen.
But currently we've got Mr. Cookie and our Henson cruising away at the front. We'll have to see how they manage their ERS and if Mr. Cookie can break out of that 1 second.
It hasn't just nearly have a spin because they're losing like loads of time. They were like 3 seconds back at the exit of turn 9.
I'm not entirely sure. I didn't see, but it definitely was about 3 seconds.
I saw it go sideways and then went back, and
which is a real pain for the hard runners because they want to be losing as little time as possible. So we'll have to see what they can do. You think?
Oh, well, still carnage going on at the back. There's
carnage going on at the back. We've got an AlphaTauri round, not an AlphaTauri, an Aston Martin, which is Jimmy Jags, which is always sad to see when Jimmy Jags is facing the wrong way. We've got BRD Calvin in the pits. I'll see if that's for a nose change or not. It looks like it is, unfortunately. So that's his race compromised unless there's a safety car, which always is likely around Brazil. Obviously, the wall's quite close in some places. But yeah, Hazard.
Track.
Say again.
You know the wall at this track.
I love the wall in this track. I did 2 in 1 lap. Yeah. But we don't talk about that because it makes me sad.
I mean, I do because I'm on that race. But
yeah, you are. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So we've got, Mr. Cookie up front, not breaking away from the 1 second from our Henson, which is obviously good for our Henson. We'll have a look. I'll have a look at the. So currently our Henson draining a little bit more ERS to stay inside that 1 second, but that's a good tactic if you can build it back up using DRS. Currently our Henson on 41% and Mr. Cookie on 60%.
Around the outside of Bergen. And around the outside of RJ Blair. That's a
Beautiful.
2-1
Was that a
overtake
double
again.
move?
Yep. Once
Beautiful. Oh no, it's not El Mahaco, it's F1ology.
F1, yeah. It's Alma
And they're going
and F1ology.
3 wide, almost.
Oh, there's a safety car. There's a full safety car because of BRD Calvin who spun and crashed. That's a turn 9.
He's retired. Unlucky for him. But that really helps the 3rd, 4th and 5th drivers, especially Malthreats and Simon Barcelfan, who are still on the hards. Brings the pack closer together and gives them a really big advantage if there is no more safety cars come the end of the race.
So with tyres now, with strategy, that could be very interesting. I'd say everyone should stay out, but it's not up to me what they do.
You never know what Mark's going to tell you to do, and it's quite hard to ignore what he says. We'll see if the top 2 come in at all.
Cookie stays out.
Cookie
stays out.
Our Henson stays out, which is probably the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Hazard stays out. Malthreats stays out. Probably everyone's going to stay out. I feel like it's a 36 lap race. Probably everyone's thinking you're going to lose. Well, the tyre wear would be pretty crazy at the end if you're going to come in now. Bunches to field up. Good for the hard runners. Maybe not so for the medium runners, but for those who have spun, Kadiri, we've got BNR Harley who spun, and obviously Sky's Own Wolf that brings them back up to the pack. We know we've got pace, so we'll be watching them to see what we can do. Jimmy Jags has got a drive through.
Oh no!
So Jimmy Jags is really living up to everything. This is a man who finished like 8th in BRL.
He finished ahead of the server owner.
He finished ahead of the server owner, who's
only
like
missed
top
2
100.
races. Yeah,
He's he is probably the most consistent man in all of MRLS. But he is having a bit of a shocker at the moment, and obviously can't serve his drive through under safety car, so he's going to have to wait. Although he is into the pits, whether he knows that he can't serve it.
I think he's in a party with Mr. Cookie Ironson and Hazard, so they'll probably tell him after this.
If you guys are
why is
listening,
he on Inters? What the hell?
Inters on.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What the fuck, Jimmy?
Right. Okay. Well, we're gonna ignore Jimmy Jags for the moment.
Yeah.
And we're gonna look at the strategy battle up front. So as I said, 4th and 5th. Cookie's in, is he?
Yep. That's odd. Why wouldn't you do that on?
That is a look.
Is it gonna rain?
I have no idea, but the genius of Jimmy Jags.
Yeah, it's gonna rain. They're both putting.
Is it gonna rain?
That's why he's put Inters on.
Jimmy is a genius. Jimmy is an absolute genius. So Mr. Cookie put Inters on. So it's going to rain. So I'm guessing within the next 5 minutes.
FML Stinky Pinky spun on the safety car.
Unlucky man. Unlucky. Has he lost that many positions?
Don't think so. Probably not.
That's alright then. So although that being said, Mr. Cookie better hope that the rain comes quickly.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, it's not. I'm still seeing blue skies, so he's going to lose time hand over fist if this safety car comes in soon, and the top few.
It'll be like next month. Why am I seeing an Alpha Tauri? Oh, there we go. I saw an Alpha Tauri come out of the pit lane when I selected Jimmy Jags.
Oh, Jimmy, you never know with Jimmy Jags. 2 Alpha Tauris on Inter's got Mr. Cookie's the highest intermediate runner on a bone dry track, which obviously looks a bit weird at the moment, but hopefully will work out for him in the long run. We've got BNR Harley, who's managed to pick up a warning under safety car, which I still should. I have no idea why that's a rule in this game.
Yeah, it should be 4 warnings anyway. Like, it's 3 in the game, but it's 4 in real life.
Or even that you just can't pick it up on the safety car.
Yeah.
Like
but then again, people are just going to corner cut.
Yeah, but what time are you going to gain? Surely the game would just tell you to give it back.
I mean, if it's yeah, true.
Who knows?
I
Who
think
knows?
yeah. I think
We
I think
go
giving
on.
back time is the better system with like penalties, handing out penalties. Oh, and that's
We've got a bunch of drivers into the pits. RJ Blair, Barnstorp, Stinky Pinky, Kadiri, and Twitch Cameron, who's into the pits again after putting on the inters, which is he's putting on another set of inters because he's lost his front wing and he has a 5-second penalty. So he is having a stinker at the moment.
As BNR Harley, really not sure what he was going to do under the safety car at the pit entry.
And Jimmy
he
Jack's
did
picking
an
up.
in, out, stay out.
He's done a Germany 2019 or whatever it
and
was.
it's raining.
It's
I can see it
raining.
on BNR Harley as he nearly spins.
Nice. So Mr. Cookie has had a bit of a pulled a bit of a blinder there.
Yep.
Can he pick up a Brazil win? I imagine a lot of people will be
Probably
rooting
not.
for him. Probably. You can't say that on street. You've got to be impartial.
I mean, it's Mr. Cookie. It's
No,
99.
you can't slander Mr. Cookie on the stream.
He's reserved.
Poor guy.
Anyway, so.
Poor guy. Safe
And
car
it's
in this lap.
So Cameron will have a bit of catching up to do, but he'll make that.
So the top 10 are looking in a little bit of trouble right now. We'll go on board with the leader, R. Henson, see when he goes, but he is going to have to pull a huge gap to Mr. Cookie and the inter runners behind if he wants any chance of having a good result, barring any more safety cars. We're even about, and it looks like he's gone, yeah. Has he caught Hazard sleeping? It looks like Simon Barstafan and Malthreats has gone into the pits, so he obviously thinks it's time to come in, which it probably is if you're on the dry tyres. He's following the safety car around in the pits. R. Henson probably draining his arrows, trying to pull out that second gap. Simon Barstafan has overtaken Hazard for P2 on the hards as well, which is pretty impressive.
Hazard must have made a mistake then, because he was pretty far clear of him.
Yeah, must have. He's still on the back of him now, so we got the superior pace. So Swindu dropping off the back of Hazard in P4, and his teammate right on the back of him, both on the mediums. So you'd imagine these guys will come into the pit straight away, but they are going to be a good 20 seconds. We've got a yellow flag for
more threads.
Malthreat, who I imagine is struggling on his cold intermediates. Yeah, so we'll see if these guys come into the pits. Whether or not the rain is here to stay, we don't know. Obviously, we're just commentators. R. Henson stays out.
Yeah, I think that's the best you can do. Just stay out and see.
Stay out and
see where you can end up.
I imagine that the rain's going to stop. Otherwise, you think they'd be straight in for inters.
Yeah, he'll have to come in this lap. He'll have to if it stays like this.
Unless he's
if it
trying
stays
to build as big a gap as he can, which also would work.
If it stays raining, then surely he's got to come in because this is the crossover point.
And we've got Barnstop round in sector 1 on the inters. Yeah, it's that real. And Kadiri is out on the second straight. And is that going to bring out a safety car?
That's a safety car. And that's very good timing for everyone that's still on the slicks.
They have been saved. Awful timing for Sir Swindu, who has just come into the pits to put on the inters, and is going to be potentially at the back of the field once, bar a couple of people once the safety car shakes out. But yeah, that's perfect for the dry runners. So we'll have to see if they come into the pits. If they don't, and they think maybe the rain's going to stop, because it doesn't look particularly cloudy still. We will have to see. R. Henson is coming into the pits, so I imagine the rain is here to stay.
Yep.
Barsafan is into the pits. Hazard's into the pits. Yeah, everyone's coming into the pits. No one's taking a risk and staying out. So the rain's hit. Oh, we've got. Is it Looks like
Oh,
Mr.
what's
Cookie
that?
has
What?
had an absolute blinder here, and will be. And BNR Harley, who was about 18th after the
What?
first lap, is now in P2, and Jimmy Jags is P3.
Jimmy Jacks, but he's got the drive-through, unless he's. Has he got
No,
the
he's
drive-through?
gone 5 lap old Inters, and I've
No,
just seen him
still,
run ridiculously wide.
He's still got the drive-through, which is.
He's got a drive-through. Oh God, Jimmy, man, come on. Fuck. McLaren as well, having a good race on fresher Inters than the guys ahead of them.
But then,
But
from P6 downwards, it's all 0 laps, or
yeah.
with the
So I
exception
don't know.
of Swindu, Lexi Spec, I'd say.
Lecky spec.
Lecky
I
Spec. And Bandstorp, because he has 3 lap all tyres. But everyone on Inters, which is interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know how. I think the tyre difference on Inters is obviously a lot less than on dries. So you think that Henson and Hazard and Simon in 6th, 7th, and 8th would have less of an advantage over the guys ahead of them with fresh tyres than they would on dry tyres. But you never know around this track. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. If these were slicks, for hards for example, it would be the same as Inters, but softs, it would mean loads. It would mean a huge difference.
We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, safety car is in at the end of this lap.
Yeah.
And Mr. Cookie will be hoping to break away. BNR Harley, who we know, well, we think has got pace. Can he stick with Mr. Cookie? And Jimmy Jags, we never know. Has he got pace? Has he not?
Yeah. Just the grid mostly bunching up together again.
Elmer Jacko in pits again.
New front wing for Jacko.
Is that a wing change?
Yeah. So I think if it's not in this lap, it will definitely be in next lap. I think what's it now?
We hope so.
4 laps is the limit.
Is it 4 laps or is it 3 laps?
I'm pretty sure it's 4 laps.
Is it 4 laps?
Yeah. And I'll have a bit of catching up to do, but he will do that. So the safety car will come in this lap.
Let's hope so. I think he should. Yeah, he should get to the back of the train by
He'll
sector 3.
He will easily have that. You can already see.
But yeah, going to be an interesting restart on Inters. Obviously, we don't know how much these guys have practiced on Inters, or if they've practiced at all. And obviously they'll be used to running on a tri-track for the first 12 sectors. 12 sectors, even 12 laps.
Yeah, I know.
So we'll see who is on the pace straight away and who's struggling.
I know I don't normally practice wet, so
I don't think anyone does.
No. Unless in this lap, which is good. So, Mr. Cookie then leading the restart.
He is indeed. We've got BNR Harley behind him with a 3-second penalty, I want to say.
Let's have a look. Oh, can't open race director.
Yeah, 3-second penalty. So he'll be wanting to overtake as quickly as possible if he can. Pull 3 seconds clear. And Mr. Cookie has gone, and my controller's just disconnected.
Oh god. Well, Mr. Cookie's gone. BNR Harley is right on the back of him. Jimmy Dax has been disqualified for ignoring the drive-through penalty, which he couldn't serve, which is unfair. So yeah, that's sad. Top 2 are 1.6 seconds clear already of both McLarens, who are fighting each other.
Yeah, I can't find a controller. I'm just going to go grab a charger quickly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the top 2 storming away. 2 seconds already. From an RJ Blair train, McLaren train in 3rd and 4th, all the way down to last place. 11th, and then it's a new... No, it's... Yeah, they're together. I can't speak. Together again. Yeah, nothing much going on really, just wet. Not many overtakes in the wet happen usually, so not much I can talk about. But anyway, battle for the lead, at least chase for the lead for BNR Harley, but hopefully JS can get his controller quickly.
I'm back up and running. And I come back to Jimmy Jags disqualified from session.
I'll explain how that happened. He couldn't serve his drive-through because of the safety car, and he got disqualified for it.
That is rough. That is unfortunate for Jimmy Jags, who I know will be raging for it. It looks like we've got a Red Bull going a bit slowly in sector 2. I think that's F1-ology. And Twitch Cameron has got a penalty.
Yeah, so the gap from P1 and 2 to P3 is already 2.5 seconds. That's
dropping back. But Bjorn Harley still keeping up with Mr. Cookie, who we know is a good weather driver. Obviously, he prays for rain every week. But But he has Mr. Cookie on 73% ERS and Bjorn Harley on 29%.
You can see who's the better person at ERS management, because even in the wet to have 33%, that's ridiculous. After a
he must be training pretty heavily. Although he does look like he has a lot better straight line speed. He's putting on the straights and then looks like the corners. He is losing time.
Although he did just gain, so yeah.
Yeah, some on the back of RJ Blair, a yellow.
That's more
threats.
You cursed him by saying he was a very quick driver.
I need to stop bigging people up. I did this in PRL last year.
Yeah, Austria, yeah. Did it with quicker. He's nearly spun on lap 2.
He did spin on lap 2. I went quickly as a great race and he spun immediately.
Yeah.
Apologies to anyone if you can hear feedback from me, because I can hear myself, which is wildly distracting.
I can't hear you.
You can't, so that might just be me, but apologies you can hear that on the stream. Got our heads on the back of RJ Blair, only 6 tenths behind. So we will see what he can do. Obviously, a lot of overtaking in the wet.
Yeah, that's what I said too when you were away. Mr. Cookie, 1.5 seconds ahead already. He's probably going to win if it stays wet.
He's looking comfy.
Unless he does his usual Mr. Cookie bottle.
Don't jinx it. I'll wait till the last lap to say he's doing well when I do well.
Yeah.
So we've got a good train. And
Simon Bosman
has been into the wall on the second straight, and that is another safety car. Yeah, so we've got an echo in the stream. So apologies to everyone for that. We are new to this, so we are working out as we go along. So that is another safety car. That's 3, I believe, 2 or 3.
That's the third one now.
That's the third one.
There goes Mr. Cookie's lead, like I said.
Yeah, he's looking alright with being Harley with 3 seconds behind him.
Okay. Yeah. So the field is going to be bunched up again. It's going to be good for racing. Expect to see the gaps be this big again in 2 laps. So. Yeah. I think we need
to try to fill in the safety car, and I'm going to try and work out a bit of echo.
Yeah. Yes, Simon's crash, unusual, happened on a straight. I think there might have been contact. Because he was like halfway down the straight when he crashed where his car was, so that's odd. But it happens. We'll see if he shows us what happened.
And Swindon, who is currently racing, has managed to send in a clip of the Simon Bartholomew incident, which is quite cool. And it does look like a big old incident. It just looks like he just lost it on the second straight, which obviously shame for him. But bunches of load up, so good for us.
Yep, just seen it. Just have a closer look. Okay, so he goes wide, then loses it. He goes wide at turn 3, and then there's like this wall halfway down the straight where he has to avoid it and then spins out. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, tough from him. But I'm sure the guys at the back will be loving that.
Yeah, they need this. The guys at the back, they will definitely need the safety car to get anywhere close to doing well in this race. But wet weather in a pre-season race, that's interesting.
Yeah, we want this maybe a little wet weather as we can in the season. I know people don't really enjoy wet weather. So we'll have to see. As Malfritz is really on the back of Bergen at the back, even under a safety car. And yeah, so we are halfway exactly through this race. And again, I apologise for the echo because it's distracting for me as it is for you guys. So Mr. Cookie leading, he's led from pole every single lap. That's a complete lie. He had a couple laps behind.
He boxed for Inters in the first safety car, so Arhenson led those laps.
So he's pretty much dominated, give or take. So he's looking good at the moment.
Incoming curse from you,
I'm not going to curse him, I'm not going to say a thing. The echo seems to have gone, which is lovely. So RJ Blair, Henson, who is obviously on the fresher intermediates, whether that makes a difference or not, we'll have to see. And the echo's back. We'll have Hazard in P6. We've got the Alfa Romeos in P7 and 8, looking pretty good. And the safety car is in this lap.
Great, more racing. Always good.
More racing, always good indeed. So we'll wait for Mr. Cookie to get us underway. And we'll see whether or not B&R Harley challenges him into the first corner. He'll obviously be wanting to get as far ahead as possible to cancel out that 3-second penalty. And Mr. Cookie has gone, and B&R Harley's right on the back of him. And Henson is right on the back of RJ Blair and seems to have the better straight line speed. Looks like he's going to make the move down the inside into turn 1. Does so. And it's a brilliant move, actually. Really good move.
Well done.
And RJ Blair has a little moment, which
he does lose it. Yeah.
Ooh, and both McLarens going slowly, actually. So it seems like one McLaren hindered the other. But out in front, we've got Mr. Cookie, we've got B&R Harley, and we've got Henson up into P3, who will be looking to get past B&R Harley as quickly as possible and challenge Mr. Cookie, who obviously is on older tyres.
Yeah. As we just went 3 wide into turn 4 between Swindu, Stinky Pink, and RJ Blair.
And the McLarens have come together.
Yep.
And RJ Blair has not spun round, but has been tipped a little bit wide and has lost 3 or 4 positions there.
He's not going to be happy with that.
Not going to be happy with that, but it did look like a little bit of a lap 1 after a safety car restart incident. We'll have to wait until, obviously this is a pre-season race, so there will be no reports.
If RJ has these races in BRL, then I'm screwed because I'm his teammate.
God, is your teammate in it?
Yeah, in a McLaren. Then
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
He'll bounce back. Don't worry.
Simon Barnes fan is not happy with the weather forecast, whatever that means. Henson right in the back of B&R Harley, who is in danger of dropping out. He has dropped out with that 1 second gap from Mr. Cookie, who is proving
it's the wet. There's no DRS.
It's the oh god, yeah.
You really are hungover, are you?
I'm really hungover. I'm really struggling here.
Okay, so he got tapped and then he hit the wall. Simon Barsa, he got tapped at the second.
He got tapped, did he?
Yeah.
And B&R Harley picks up a 6-second time penalty altogether now. So you would say, is probably out of win contention unless he can pull off a masterclass. And Henson will be looking to get past him as quickly as possible to get up and challenge Mr. Cookie, who is looking wildly comfortable at the moment, sitting on 81% ERS to B&R Harley 60. And further down the grid, we've got the 2 Alfa Romeos right on the back of P4, who is Hazard, and looking like they have a good amount of ERS, even though Hazard has saved up quite a bit amount, although has lifted off on the straight, and that might give Nels a chance to make a move into turn 1. We'll have to see. Maybe a bit too far back this lap.
I'd have sent that. It wouldn't have gone
You'd
well.
have sent that, and you'd have got a penalty for it.
Yeah. That's
and
a
we've got
warning for Nels.
Barnstop and El Majako. Gonna struggle with that. Barnstop looked like it was forced a little bit wide there onto the curb and forced to give up the position, but I'm sure he'll get back on it and try and retake the position.
Yep.
So pretty penalty free at the moment, actually. Obviously from P3. Yeah, so pretty good. Obviously, Brazil's quite easy to. Oh my god!
Make that
I gotta stop jinxing this, man. What is wrong with me? So Swindu picks up one.
How do we keep doing this? How do we?
I mean, it's amazing how we do this.
Right.
People are going to be like calling for us to never do comms again because we're just jinxing their races.
Mouth Threat's making an overtake. Hopefully he can make it stick. And he does. Gonna get sent on down the inside again. This is a great little battle here. Yeah, he does make the move and he stays ahead, but Cameron back around the outside. Yes, and that move is signed, sealed, delivered.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Right, so we've still got the two Alfa Romeos and Stinky Pinky on the back of Hazard, who seems to be. Oh my god! You've got to be kidding me, man. I'm gonna stop spectating people because they just get penalties immediately.
Yeah. Although Nels was coming, he got a warning for it last lap too.
Okay. So that's tough from him. They'll be hoping to get ahead of Hazard as quickly as possible. He looks like he hasn't got the pace in the wet like he had in the dry. So he'll be hoping to find a little bit more pace, and has almost lost it there.
Yeah.
And it's dropping off the back of our Henson, who is not pressuring BNR Harley too much, but is still within theoretical 1 second, as Twitch Cameron picks up a 3 seconds, which puts him on to 6 seconds, and we've got Lecky Specky on 9, which is obviously not good for him, although currently it wouldn't put him in down any positions. The grid quite spaced out at the moment, not great for
As RJ Blair has spun into the wall.
And is that another safety car?
No, he's still
Have
in.
we got away with one? He's still going?
Still in.
He's moving.
He's alright. He just needs to get to the pit lane and he's fine.
Has he lost a wing?
Yeah, entire wing.
So. That's your teammate. You got to get some inspirational words in his ear.
Yeah, I'll give him some.
So Mr. Cookie looking really pretty at the moment.
Where's he stayed out? Where's RJ stayed out? What's going on?
He stayed out? He stayed out?
Stayed out, but he's lost into the... I see a wing. What's going on? I swear he lost wing. He's still got his wing, but he's missing his front rear end plate. That's what happened. I saw damage, but he still got his wing. That's what happened.
He's thinking there's not many 2 laps left. He's probably alright. Although, yeah, I mean...
Morthrex has spun.
He's spun again.
He's also got damage.
He's having a tough race so far, Morthrex.
Yeah.
He'll be hoping for another safety car. We have 13 laps, so there's still chance for it.
Yep.
We've got El Majako on the back of Sky's Lone Wolf. And you can tell the conditions are pretty tricky for the drivers right now. We've got a lot of people spinning and a lot of people almost losing it. I imagine a lot of these guys don't run traction control or anything like that, obviously. No traction control is a lot harder in the wet.
Yeah. I can tell you that.
He can tell you that. And El Majako too far back to make a move into turn 1. Still got the 2 Alfa Romeos tucked up behind Hazard, who is stabilised the gap to Henson. Although BNR Harley is losing a lot more time to Mr. Cookie now. And if BNR Harley wants any chance of a podium, he's going to want to really start picking up the pace and pulling away from Hazard, or hoping that Hazard and Henson get penalties. And even the 2 Alfa Romeos behind him, who are not quite in the gap yet, but could get into that gap.
As Hazard and someone else got a penalty.
Looks like Sir Swindu picked up another one.
Yeah, he did. There's a right battle going on for P4 now. Swindu trying to get involved, but not really able to get close enough to benefit.
Yeah, you got Nels really close to Hazard.
Yeah. Maybe
with
Nels
with similar
can.
amount of ERS as well. So hopefully,
Maybe
ooh, Nels almost loses it on the straight, and we've got a
that's
Red Bull.
F1ology.
F1ology has spun, which is a shame for him. Dropped him down a couple of positions. Loses one to Stinky Pinky.
Elmer Jacko
As
and
Elmer
Sky Lone Wolf
Jacko,
side by
good
side.
defending from Lone Wolf. And try to switch back again into the second straight, see what he can do. But all this, Sir Swindoo looks to have had a moment. He's in the pits.
Oh,
Unfortunate for him, he was looking good for at least a top 6, maybe a 7. So again, he'll be praying for another safety car.
to be fair, they have been on those sides for like 15 laps now.
Yeah, I can imagine they're struggling quite a lot.
Probably starting to drop off.
Yes, the top 5 really pulling away, and the top 3 pulling away, and the top 1 pulling away. Mr. Cookie's having a cracking race. So no pressure from him. He's doing good. We love to see it. BNR Harley still up in P2, and is starting to pull away a little bit from our Henson, who was on the back of him for a while, but is now dropped to about 1.5 seconds back. Obviously, BNR Harley's going to really have to pick up the pace if he wants any chance of a P2.
Yeah.
But looking maybe good for a P3 at the moment, because Hazard is 3.4.
Yeah, although BNR Harley has got 6 seconds, but Hazard and Nels both have 3 as well, so... And that gap is 4.7 seconds.
4.7 seconds. So they'll be looking at...
P4 and 5 need to stop battling and work together and gain 1.7 seconds to gain to...
Well, that's going to be hard, because it looks like Nels got better pace than Hazard, but just in the wet, unable to get past. We've got Elmer Jacko still on the back of Sky's Lone Wolf. And we've got Twitch Cameron on the back of Stinky Pinky, although that won't matter too much because Cameron has got 6 seconds, and Stinky Pinky is penalty free. So at the moment, looking like the race has calmed down a bit, and there's not a whole lot going on. Let's hope it's not just a cruise to the finish, and then maybe a safety car or some battles to keep us entertained. Our Henson looks like he is closing back up to BNR Harley. Although he doesn't really have to do a whole lot. Depends if he wants to go for that win or if he's happy to settle for a P2 or see a pre-season race. So there's not a whole lot on the line. But he can just cruise behind BNR Harley and take that second place for what would be not quite a Mr. Cookie, R. Henson Hazard P123. Although I'm sure they would love that.
Yeah. Mr. Cookie's got the fastest lap, which we will probably keep if it stays wet.
You'd imagine so, yeah.
Unless he pulls like a masterclass of a lap in making it a 109. But
well, we've got. Let me have a look at. Is that how do we? So we've got Barnstop and Mouththreats, who we know Mouththreats has got pace at least on 2-lap-old intermediates, so he might be able to challenge the fastest lap. Obviously, Mr. Cookie on 20-lap-old intermediates.
They're lapping 118, so I don't think they're going to be close to. They're not going to be close to a dry time, so yeah.
So it's a dry time, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a dry time.
I'm really hungover. I'm so sorry, everyone.
That's why I'm there.
Yeah, so Mr. Cookie looking pretty, R. Henson looking pretty for P2, and currently BNR Harley is on for a podium, which obviously on the first couple of laps you wouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
He's
or
doing
even in qualifying.
Even in qualifying, yeah. So he's done a really good job, up 9 positions. We've got Hazard up 3 positions. Elsewhere we have Bergen up 8 positions and Twitch Cameron up 9 positions. And the big loser is Mouththreats, unfortunately, who is down 10 positions, who, before the rain, was looking pretty nice on the hards. Unfortunately, I guess the rain just came a bit too early as Stinky Pinky picks up at 3 seconds, which I don't know is going to affect his battle with Twitch Cameron 2, but now 5.1 behind. So, yeah, everything's looking a bit comfy now for everyone. Now still on the back of Hazard. These guys have been nose to tail pretty much for the last 10 laps. And similar ERS as well, so obviously overtaking a lot harder than people would like it to be here.
Yeah. Not much going on really.
Not a whole lot going on. Elmer Jacko still on the back of Sky's Lone Wolf, which looks like the only battle properly for position.
Other than Hazard and Nels.
Are they both on 3 seconds?
Yes.
They are, okay. And it does look like BNR Harley's P3 is safe for now. So I imagine the top 3 will just want to bring it home because I don't think that either of them are going to make any major gains on each other. Mr. Cookie controlling the race out in front, 3.2 ahead. He'll be hoping to carry this form into BRL next week. And R. Henson obviously will will get P2 on penalties, and BNR Harley will be pretty happy with a P3.
Yep. Nels was just 20% battery, which in the wet is not really something to have. Not
great, but you can recoup it pretty easily. Although Hazard is also on only 30%, so these guys seem to be matching each other pretty well.
Yep.
We'll see if one of them waits till the end to make a move or try and pull away. Elmer Jacko still on the back of Sky's Lone Wolf. So these guys, P4 and P5 and P6 and P7 are unable to get past each other, or the guy behind is unable to get past the guy in front. But the guy behind really keeping up and pressuring the guy ahead into a mistake, which we've seen a few of today. Further down the grid, there is not a whole lot. 8-second gaps everywhere, and penalties are kind of ruining any battles on track, unfortunately.
Yeah. So is the wet, to be fair. The wet track.
Twitch Cameron with a 3-second penalty, which not great for him, although he is 9 seconds behind the guy in front and only 7/10 behind F1ology, who has no penalties. So as soon as I said that people were doing well for penalties, everyone has gone and picked up a penalty, which is great for me. Thank you guys. And R. Henson dropping back again from BNR Harley, although he doesn't really need to do too much.
He doesn't care. He can drop back 6 seconds and still get the position.
R. Henson's fine. He can relax. It's just about whether or not Hazard, maybe Hazard or Nels. If Nels gets past Hazard and can pull up within 3 seconds of BNR Harley, then he could be on the podium.
Yeah, it's only 2.5 seconds to R. Henson. Wait, no, it's 5.5 seconds.
5.5, I was going to say.
Yeah. That does seem quite a lot. So I think it's 2.5 seconds to BNR Harley's penalty, with their penalty.
Yeah, it might be a bit too much. Consider also BNR Harley is on 43%, and P4 and P5 are both pretty much flashing at the moment. As F1ology seems to have made a move on Twitch Cameron. Looks like he has, and you've got Sir Swindu going down the inside as well, turning to the outside. And good racing from those guys. Really good move from Sir Swindu. And we have a yellow flag for
no,
Williams?
That's Banstorp.
Banstorp in P16. So not great from him. And Lecky Specky into the pits, I imagine, for a nose change. Put on the softs.
Bit audacious, bit ambitious, but it's
we can't knock it. He's trying something new.
Yeah. I mean,
I respect the bravery.
If he succeeds, then fair enough, fair play.
If he gets past his lap on a set of softs now, I'll give him the championship.
Yeah,
Swindu with another 3 seconds. Yeah, you can see he's spun already out of the pits and he's struggling. So
I think Isaac Blair just made another mistake. So that's even worse of a race for him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to serious pep talk from him. Yeah, Nels really on the back of Hazard again. He's been sat behind the gearbox of that Aston Martin for the last 20 or so laps. So he'll be wanting to get past. Obviously, this is for position.
Yep. I
Yeah.
think one of these guys just needs to have the bravery on the brakes to send it.
Yeah, you're going to struggle to get past on the straights, especially this track, because the straights aren't crazy long, and the slipstream isn't amazing on this game. So you are relying on maybe a lunge into the braking zone, but obviously turn 1 and turn 4, I think it is, aren't particularly massive braking zones. So it's a bit hard to find somewhere to overtake. We've got lap cars getting in the way, and obviously Sky's Lone Wolf, sorry, and El Majaco are now on the back of these two and looking actually to take P4 and 5 on penalties.
Yeah. That's good. That's good driving from those two to catch up. Although to be fair, the other two were battling. That helps.
Yeah, I can imagine them losing a time, and they have.
But if they don't get a penalty, incoming penalty,
They're all good.
Yeah, they'll get P4 and 5.
And they have got, let's see, more ERS, apologies. El Majaco looking to make a move into turn 4, thinking better of it, sticking behind up the... Sky's Lone Wolf has made a mistake and has now dropped down to P7, although not too far behind El Majaco, so he'll be hoping to stick on the back and pick up that P4 as it would be now.
P5, actually.
P5. This alcohol's really not going well through my body. Down the back, there's not a whole lot going on. Big gaps of 14, 10 seconds, 34 at the back. So the closest and most exciting battle is this one for P4, 5, 6 and 7 at the moment. So only 2 laps left. I imagine we'll stick on with that. Nell's still on the back of Hazard. And El Majaco now looking potentially to make a move on 2 of them with more ERS if he can save it up and see what he can do on potentially the last lap or the second last lap as Martha picks up a penalty which won't make too much of a difference to his race. Mr. Cookie still looking beautifully comfortable out in front. Imagine just managing the pace, not pushing too much. And our Henson, I imagine, is sitting quite comfortably behind BNR Harley as well, who will be pretty happy with his day's work, coming from I think it was P11 or P12 or something like that. So to pick up a P3 would be a really good drive from him.
Despite the 6 seconds, that gap is now 8.7 seconds, which is far too much to catch up, even if one of the non-penalty guys get through.
Yeah, Hazard's going to have to do some serious work to get back in with that podium position. But we'll see what if Nels can get ahead of Hazard. You never know if he can pull a 3-second gap. He's showed that he's got really good pace today. El Majaco with 60% ERS compared to the guys ahead will be looking probably to make a move either on this straight or the next straight.
Malthus has spun.
Malthus has spun on turn 5.
He'll lose the place. Bond stop probably, or will he? Oh, he just stays ahead.
Well done.
No, side by side.
Okay.
And that won't matter too much for him. Barnstop is through.
Well done, Barnstop. Although it looks like he's going to get through anyway on penalties.
As Cookie.
Yeah. Has Cookie made a mistake?
Yeah,
he has. It looks like he has.
6.6. He's really slowed down.
Hey, Cookie, come on, man. Please don't let.
Let's see, what are his sector times? 19.4 in the first sector.
Has he run out of fuel? Is it now 1.3 or has he? Yeah, it's now 2.
No,
it's going down pretty intensely.
I think no, he's fine. There's no flashing fuel light, so.
Well, I have no idea. Then he just needs to keep it.
Yeah,
on
it's the
track
last lap. It's the last lap. I think he's fine. He hasn't got fuel problems. I think he's made a mistake. Let's see. Wait, so it's what's Ironson's time? 19.1. Yeah, he's lost a bit in his first sector.
Hey, he must have made a mistake. Unless the two behind him have really picked up the pace, but
no, they
doesn't
haven't.
look like that.
Bergen's out. Last lap, but
Bergen's out from P8.
Yep, that won't matter too much considering it's the last lap and there's not going to be a safety car.
Yeah, but our Henson on the back of BNR Harley, if one more mistake from Mr. Cookie, and the two behind him could be on the back of him, although I imagine Mr. Cookie will probably cruise to the end.
Yeah, he's got
There's not much to go left.
Unless he somehow bids it now, he's...
Please don't bin it, Mr. Cookie. He's fine, I reckon he's alright. He's really dropped down in pace, I imagine. Just cruising to the end.
Yeah, and as we get to the line, Mr. Cookie, for his third ever win in F1, has done it. R. Henson gets seconds on penalties. BNR Harley gets third. It'll be Hazard to get sixth because penalties. Nell seventh. Elmer Jacko fifth, and Skies Lone Wolf fifth.
Nice work from the boys. That was a good pre-season race. I enjoyed that.
Stinky Pinky eighth, and it's a good race from him. Very silent, but just did the job. Bit like Lando Norris. Swindu 20-second gap to P8 from P9. Had to wait a little while, but he comes across the line to get 9th, unless penalties. Yep. So Swindu
P10, P11, and RJ Blair
has
smashed himself across the finish line.
Just on a celebratory.
It was beautiful. I know you do that a lot. That's your favourite little move. We've got Mal threats on the back of Barnstop coming up to the line, but it won't matter too much. And we're going to have to wait a minute and 13 seconds for Lucky Speck.
No.
Has he been lapped?
Yeah.
He has been lapped. That's fine then.
Just one more corner. One more proper corner, and then then we could get the results, and then interviews.
Are we doing interviews?
We should do. Come on.
We should do. Yeah, go on then. Why not? I want to speak to Mr. Cookie after one of his rare but famous wins.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that is it. The first ever PRL race. Thank you all for turning out. A really good attendance. I'm really pleased with how it went. I know, obviously, maybe not gone away that some of you wanted in the pit, but obviously it's just a pre-season. So yeah, thank you for everyone, and we'll get the top three interviews, and we can chat to them and get their views on what seemed like a very exciting race. Do you want to add that? I don't think I have them on
I have Cookie. I think I've got all of them actually. So Mr. Cookie, your race winner with fastest lap, absolutely dominant. R. Henson second on penalties, BNR Harley third, Elmer Jacko fourth, Skies Lone Wolf fifth, Hazard, Nels, Stinky Pinky, F1ology, RJ Blair, round out the top 10. So Swindu 11th. Twitch Cameron 12th, Barnstorp 13th, Barnstop 13th, 13th. Malthreads is 14th, Bergen is 15th, Lecky Speck is 16th, and as non-finishers, Simon Barca fan 17th, Jimmy Jacks as a DSQ 18, which was probably undeserved, and Kadiri and BRD Calvin also DNFs in 19th and 20th. And that's been
nice work. So we're going to get the top three in for an interview. Get their thoughts on the race. If you guys aren't familiar with them, more or less, we do interviews, and get the thoughts of the top three, and we'll see what they have to say. I imagine they'll be quite happy.
Okay. Where are they? they're all set to offline. Okay, Christ, this PS4's slow. Can't find any of them. Wait, give me a second. Cookie, that's one. God damn it, loads faster. R. Henson, and then BNR Harley. God, oh, I don't have him. Okay, let me.
Who are you looking for?
BNR Harley.
No,
second. I should have him, considering he's in my league, but there he is. I'll add him. All three of them added. Let's go.
Nice. Come in. I'm going to go straight up after this race. I feel horrible. I should never have done this. This is an awful idea. I need to stop racing when I feel ill as well. I do this in Belgium.
Well, you won that race, so. There we have the race winner.
It's Mr. Cookie.
Hello.
Hello. How are you feeling? Another MLS win. Talk us through it.
I'll be honest. Like that really wasn't as interesting as I thought it would. Like, I really thought Wet Brazil, like it would, like especially after the previous league races I've done around here. I really thought it'd be a lot better than that. But I mean, I'm still happy, of course. But yeah, it just felt a bit boring, to be honest.
You can't say that about the league.
Well, no, it's
Hype
just,
it up, come on.
Jesus, tell us it was the best win you've ever
I
had.
was struggling the last 3 laps. I was going to get a bunch. Is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah, that's more exciting. Thank you, mate.
Alright.
So obviously you went on to the Inters pretty early. Was that a brilliant strategy call, or do you think everyone just left it too late?
I really don't know there, because I've done this before, also in previous races in MRLS. It has worked sometimes, and that race I feel like I think it was borderline, that one. Like, if there was a few more laps in the race, then that really was not going to go well, and it really definitely backfired, but like 30 laps on intermediates is very difficult to do, but yeah, I was thinking of pitting under the second safety car when like everyone else was still on dries, and like some of them switched to inters, some didn't. And I was thinking, what would actually happen if I pit now? It might be a good idea, but I think in the end I just stayed out, risked it, and yeah, I think it just worked really well by the end.
Yeah, it looked like it did. And the real question everyone's wanted to know is, can you continue this into BRL next week?
I mean, it's possible, but I think it's more or less the wet races that I do really well at for some reason. I felt, of course, I'm still competitive in the dry. I think we saw that in the first few laps. But I don't really know. It's very difficult to tell, especially because this is just a pre-season. It doesn't fully matter for anything in terms of championship, which really makes it difficult to say where you're meant to be. I'm just going to hope I can. It's a very difficult question to answer that, because you never know what's going to happen in the races.
Well, we'll wait and see. I'm sure Rick will be hoping you've been out on lap 1.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen again.
No, lap
I'm praying.
It's only ever happened to me once, I think. I've only ever crashed on lap 1 once. I think that was Spa in season 1. I think at BRL. And then, yeah, that didn't really go well.
That was ages ago.
After that.
Can't remember that far back.
I mean, I'd be hoping he crashes on the last lap just for mentality purposes, but
Oh, you're a horrible guy.
Well, I mean,
obviously,
it could have happened, to be honest. Like I was on 80% tyres. Like, it was the rear right that was really bad. Like, that's why I had to slow down. I don't know if you noticed, like, the gap went down
we did.
seconds in the last few laps. Like I really had to slow it down, so I was in puncture range then, and just realistically relied on ERS to carry me forward instead.
So you know how I felt like in Monza, with you behind.
I mean, yeah, I can see now. Like it's just everything has to kind of be perfect, especially in the wet. Like even if you're on high mass traction, you're still like very vulnerable to slides and everything else like that. It's so difficult to drive. Like even something like Silverstone last year, last season, sorry, in PRL, like I was still like pretty tense, but you still got to make sure that you keep up the track, and it's very difficult when like your rears are kind of slide around everywhere now. At the end of the race, you've got no fuel, you can really push more, but the tyres are completely worn out, you can't do much else with that.
Well, you kept it on the track pretty well. You came home with a win. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our first ever PRL winner, Ukuyi.
It's an honour.
It's an honour. So thank you, mate. Thanks for standing up. And on to our P2, our Henson. How are you feeling after a nice podium drive?
Hello. I'm very bored.
That's really selling the league here, mate. Thank you.
The first 12 laps were good, and the rest, no, I won't remember it. A few
Yeah, it seems like quite a just sitting behind me in our Harley and bringing it finish.
Yeah, I was just there. I was like 20 laps or so. I was just there behind. I went wide a couple of times. That was it.
Well, I'm glad you were having as much fun as we did. Anything else to report on your race? Just a boring, nice Sunday drive.
If there was one more lap out of one.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We can go with that.
Debatable.
Oh,
no, really should have. I think he deserved it as much as I did. Like he did once again get lucky with the safety car, but so did I, and he still drove a great race as well. So yeah.
Great race for you
deserved
both.
it, but it was just a slightly risky strategy that happened for me. This is your interview, though. I should not be in here.
Piss off. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now. But yeah, the safety car's completely ruined. I think.
Yeah, so what, obviously we didn't know what time the rain was coming. What time did it tell you that it was coming? Do you think you left it too late? Do you think you could have come in a bit earlier, or do you think you did it right?
I think I was right, but if there were no safety cars, if the first safety car didn't happen, I would have been right. Because the safety cars were so close to each other, it turned out it didn't really matter when you boxed.
So what you're saying is you were absolutely robbed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good way to end it. Well, congratulations.
I'm going to have more. The highlight of the race is probably the sex spot in the show.
The what? I've seen this one.
Okay, Jail, so basically in my chat on the stream there was a sex bot who promoted this the scam site.
Oh, we're getting so banned. There's so many teenagers in this league. Oh god.
I mean,
We don't
tried to get rid of
any of this.
Yeah, we're gonna need some serious. He's gonna Simguy's gonna come in after whatever he's doing this evening. See, we've been promoting sex bots. We're getting kicked. All right. Well, congratulations, our Henson. Yeah, he never is. Congratulations, our Henson, your P2, and we come to our P3. Be on our Harley. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm alright.
Your first ever race in MLS or PRL. Obviously a bit of a struggle for a qualifying for you, but you made it up pretty well. Talk us through your race.
Well, it was all strategized up until that first safety car and wet rain, and then just went from there.
Yeah, nice. And I'm guessing you're pretty happy with the podium after starting P12 or P11, wasn't it?
P11, I believe. But yeah.
Yeah, and did you? I mean, again, I'm wildly hungover, so I can't remember too well. But did you have a bit of a spin or something at the start of the race, and that allowed you to come in sprinters early, or did you think you just did it well?
Oh, what happened at the start of the race? Got spun by someone, don't know who. Yeah, lost the front wing and just got lucky from there.
got lucky, but still a great drive, especially with the 6 seconds to pull out a gap on P3 and P4 or P4 and P5 in the race. Yeah, so good work from all our podium finishes and our winner, Mr. Cookie. And thanks everyone for turning up for the PRL pre-season race. Again, big thanks for everyone.
That's the only time you can congratulate Mr. Cookie on a win.
Don't say that, come on, man. Leave him alone, he's just won a race. He's just won a race, leave him alone. He knows he's going to bottle a few races, so just leave him alone.
He's back in his Aston Martin, so he's cursed again.
I mean, I think it's just wet races. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, what do you think it is about wet races that you like?
I don't know. Like it just seems like I'm better in them for some reason. I've got no clue why. I just seem like I seem like I just drive better for some reason. I don't know what it is. Like you just seeing Silverstone kind of stealing this race. I think once again the drop off at the end wasn't really that great, but I just feel like I could just chuck into the corners more. I don't know.
Wet weather merchant.
Probably
rain dances every Wednesday from now on. Then
I've won 3 races in this league. 2 of them have basically been full wet, like full wet and into conditions, and 1 has been Jeddah, and Jeddah's just crazy anyway. Like Jeddah is literally a matter of, this is literally a matter of surviving in the P3.
Well, you survived there and you survived here pretty well today. No penalties, you kept on track. You won a race. There you go. There you go. New season, new Cookie.
I mean, it's too early. Once again, it's only pre-season. It's always difficult to actually tell when. But I'm actually going to really go. Yeah, this is when I think it could be really good. But I felt confident in that race, and it definitely helped going into the season.
Good. Well, I hope for your sake you carry it into BRL. Looking forward to watching it next week.
Yeah.
And I think that's everything.
It's about what I can say. I mean,
nice, right? Yeah. Bit of a boring last 15 laps, but thank you everyone for either tuning in or racing today. Big pleasure for me to have you all a full grid. Obviously new league, so big thanks to you all. Thanks for tuning in. Congratulations to our podium sitters. And a big thanks to Mr. Rick VE17 for winning me on comms and carrying me whilst I try not to fall asleep. So that's everything.
I'll be honest, you both did really well on comms anyway, from what I heard.
Thank you, mate. You're a star.
I mean, it's either that or it's a massive echo I'm hearing, so I couldn't really make out that.
We've had some problems with echoes. I have no idea how to fix it. But this is what pre-season for, teething issues, so we're all good.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you all for coming, thank you all for watching, thank you all for racing, and I'll leave it for Rick to end the stream, as I have no control of it.
Right.
Well,
cheers guys, I'll see you next week.
See you later, mate.
See you next week, mate. Okay guys, thank you everyone for watching the stream and watching to us to listen and rambling on about bullshit. It's nothing more to add really. If you've got anything to say.
No, all good. Just a big thanks again to everyone. And see you next week.
Yep, see you next week, everyone. Probably not me, but Jails, yeah.
I'm not here either.
Oh, great.
See you guys next week.
Well, okay. Goodbye.